What does good homework process look like? Okay, so here I am. I have my computer out with the PDF of the answers that Mrs. Richardson attached to the Schoology assignment. I have, there it goes, focus. I have graph paper, which if I don't have any right now, I can pick some up in Mrs. Richardson's room tomorrow, but I should make it a point to get some because that's what I should do all of my homework on is graph paper, just in case I need to graph something. Okay, I have a highlighter, I have a purple pen, a green pen, and a blue pen, just in case I need to write down any information or I have any questions and I need to ask them tomorrow in tomorrow's homework discussion, or I just want to ask her later tomorrow night and I know I'm not going to remember. My phone is off and it's put right there because I might be listening to music because sometimes that helps me, especially drown out my roommate. I've got tea, calculator. I've got my book open to the correct problems. I got my binder and I'm ready to go. I have all my Skype, Facebook applications, everything closed because right now I really need to concentrate on my homework. If I know that I can't say no to the Skype gods or the Facebook gods, then I figure out a way to print out the PDF and then I have that laying next to me with the answers. And sometimes it's helpful to 3-hole punch that, which Mrs. Richardson has in her room, a 3-hole punch. 3-hole punch that and stick that into my binder so that I can carry the answers around with me. So, I'm working. I've been working for a while, 15, 20 minutes, and I've gotten to problem 1-5. Okay? So problem 1-5, ooh, there it comes. And it's backwards for you. Isn't that fun? Okay? So 1-5 is the problem that says match each table of data on the left with its rule on the right and briefly explain why it matches the data. Okay, so first of all, it has been a while. So this word data, confusing me. And then all these y equal x, y equals 3x minus 1, all these things listed on the right, they're calling them rules. So I'm feeling a little lost. What do you mean a rule? Because to me, y equals x looks like an equation. So first, I'm going to go, okay, I don't know. Let's look up in the glossary, in the back of the book. Okay. First, I'm going to look in the glossary and see if they have data table back there. They don't. Okay, so then I'm going to go to the index and look up data, displays of, and it says SSD. What the heck does that mean? Who knows? Okay, so book is not offering me any tools or hints on data. So tomorrow in class, what is data? I can't remember. What is data? I thought X and Y went on a graph because usually that's what I have to do. I have to take these things and put them on a graph. But there is no graph on that problem. So now I'm not really sure. So I'm going to ask somebody, what is data? Like what are they talking about? And I thought X and Y went on a graph. So where is the graph? Now, rules. Let's try it out. Maybe they have rule back here. Who knows? Rule. No rule. Okay, let's look in the index for rule. Is it there? Rule. Oh, rule. Okay, great. So this problem, what the heck? Why is she assigning this problem? got two things, I'm not really sure what they mean. Rules. What is a rule in math? Like, don't swim 30 minutes after doing a math problem? I don't get it. What's a rule? I mean, I know rules like you must, a negative times a negative is a positive. I know those rules, but that's not what it says here. These are showing me equations. So what is a rule? Why is the book calling it an equation? Because I don't like that. An equation's an equation. That's what I learned. Don't call an equation a rule. Okay. So, 1-5. I got some things to ask in class. I don't really have any work down because this is about as far as I got. So, if I knew what a rule was, and I knew why this data, so for the data, let's try this. It says, where's the graph? Why is the data in a chart? Okay, that would help me out. If I knew why the data was in a chart and not in a graph, maybe it could make sense to me. If I knew what a rule is and why the book's calling all these equations a rule, then maybe I could tell you or briefly explain, wants me to do, why it matches the data. Okay, so 1-5. I got some questions written down. I can ask them in class. So when Ms. Richardson walks around and looks at my paper, which is backwards, sorry, okay, looks at my paper, she's not going to say, well, you didn't even do 1-5, you didn't even attempt it. And I'm not going to say, well, I looked at it and I didn't know how to do it. I'm going to say, I looked at it, I looked in the index, I looked up all these words, I asked JoJo down the hall, he didn't know. So these were the things that we were confused on. So I'm going to pose these in our discussion. Fair enough? Okay. Assignments due Thursday. Either all problems completed or problems attempted, confusing issues written down to ask your classmates. Have a good night.